There's something interesting about Soul Calibur that I will never forget. I remember the days when I was a little kid. I used to be in the arcade days, capturing the moments of Soul Calibur 2, playing Ivy and Raphael. Life is short. You always gotta capture the moments the best as you can. You'll never see those moments ever again, and it feels like yesterday when I was posting clip after clip before I decided to drop my Ivy main to play everybody else's main. The best thing that I really love is the OGs, the newcomers, the diehard fans are still keeping this franchise alive, talking about it, and bringing it back in the spotlight. The legends never die, they still continue on with us, all of us. As time progresses, there will be a chance, if that time ever comes, hopefully. When the franchise gets revived, I will be waiting. The biggest question that we all, the Soul Calibur community, have been kept asking over and over and over again, even with this anniversary, is there any hope for Soul Calibur 7? There are some hopes, just like Tekken 8, MK, and Street Fighter. There is a possibility that it can happen, but there has to be more voices to be speaking about this, because there is a possibility that there can be some changes and some improvements. I highly recommend you check out Blood Rain Knight X, where he talks about 13 things that could save Soul Calibur, which is an excellent video. For me, is that you could continue to speak up and share to the whole entire community. I'm not going to talk about the history of Soul Calibur, maybe another time. I'll probably save that as for a Christmas gift. So I'm going to make this brief. I'm going to talk about 3 things that should improve from Soul Calibur 6. One of the biggest problems in Soul Calibur 6 that has to be addressed more often is the storytelling. I mean, they did a very good job to get into the lore of all the casts. In all honesty, a cinematic style like Soul Calibur 4 with the grittiness, or maybe Soul Calibur 3, there is a huge potential for better storytelling rather than just have the photos. They could be used there as a reference, but a cinematic is the best way to go. Libra also is criminally underrated. I would say that it's just a chore. The first section is pretty good, but as soon as you play the whole entire game, it gets extremely boring. Especially when you have to go through a little bit of the cutscenes and go for the bosses. It's pretty decent, but the one thing that makes me disappointed that I want to add is the maps, because I'm very disappointed that those maps are never unlocked. If Soul Calibur 7 ever does come to light, they should really improve on unlocking the maps if you play the game or if it's made by fans. The best example is the maps, because the maps, they're the same exact location just with day and night, which is something that needs to be more bigger and more better.
Fuck you, prick! So with me, it's just stupid.
Oh boy, I'm ready to talk about this one. It was probably one of the funniest eras, even since the COVID era. Shout out to Ultimate Bros and shout out to everybody that has been doing this since the PSN community, especially the Xbox. So I want to talk about this once and for all, because I originally was going to talk about this back then at the time when I didn't have a microphone, because I didn't speak up at the time, because I was posting frequently like crazy. So the one thing I want to talk about for the whole entire world is why did we made rage quit videos in the first place. Everybody on PSN already knows that you play the same individuals over and over again. You deal with a bunch of scums that are literally known for belittling the community, treating the community like garbage, influencing other people to rage quit and not learn from their mistakes, which is one of the biggest problems. My main message to the community is call out the individuals. Like Tekken 8, for example, like I recently saw a tweet that there was a racist individual and it got ripped apart by the community. If people still ask us that silly question, why do we do this? It's very quite simple. To keep the community fresh, especially for the girl gamers, because I believe like the COVID era, and I probably believe 2021, 2022, it was at a time where it was worse. Your responsibility to check up on individuals. When it comes to people like the Ultimate Bros, you should thank them, even me and Blood and everybody, because we inform people of the type of individuals that presents that horrible behavior. Soon I will update it, but this video is what got me into this situation in the first place. So I'm gonna remind to every single person that asked me the same question over and over again of why did I made a rage quit compilations. I'll give you the easiest question right here. If the scum of the earth didn't send death threats to Queen Neptune, if this scumbag didn't say anything horrible, threatening to kill a dog and all that, I would absolutely not be in this situation exposing individuals right now. And listen, I may be that type of guy that may be harsh, that may be upfront, do something for people. And listen, people say that I'm that type of guy that be upfront for people, but here's one thing I'm gonna tell all of you guys. In situations when it comes to bullies like this in the FGC, you do need that one guy that will definitely take out the trash. It's very important for that one individual to be up in front for people. It was pretty funny at times, even though I did all this in style. It's very important to inform the community and showcase them the type of individuals that should be avoided. And I'm glad that modern fighting games are doing something similar that we have been doing for so long. As more and more fighting games continue to evolve with more women, more diversity, and everything else, you have the power to call out the individuals that promote that behavior. For my final point, there's one more thing we gotta address, the elephant in the room. Because in the modern FGC, there's a lot of tourists and there's a lot of grifters that will eventually exploit the situation. Perfect example where they talk about how every female characters of the bikinis, they look the same. Street Fighter VI with the controversy about the concept art with Summer Outfit 4, and they for the term Gunner, and that word is so stupid and it has become so overused at this point. I mean, boys like to be boys. I mean, for the female community, they still want things that's attractive, even if they just wanted to tone things down. And it kind of needs to change because it's been overused for a long time and they really suffered the worst. Not only I'm talking about the grifters, and not only the decisions about when you make up female clothing, the big issue is the boys club mentality. Most of these guys, I mean, Tekken 8 is a perfect example. I recently remember that tweet from Dalton where he talked about get women out of the FGC. The boy Dalton is stuck in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. We are not in that timeline anymore. As the time of recording this, women make up 48% while men make up 51%. In the future, there's a possibility it's going to be a 50-50. But most of you boys better understand, get rid of that boys club mentality. Times have changed. You better learn to adapt to it. Even though Soul Calibur is dead, Xbox is more active a little bit in ranked. Casual matches, especially in PSN, is more active a little bit day and night. On PC, I hear that they do a little bit of tournaments, and I hear that people still casually play the game. And if you're a newcomer that's watching this, you have an option to play casuals and rank, but I highly recommend you play the casuals because on day and night, especially on PSN, there's some people that's there, some people that's not there. So rank, absolutely not. I would say mostly on Xbox, it's kind of there for a bit. And that's all I gotta say. I want to know your thoughts about Soul Calibur 7 and Soul Calibur 6. Let me know your opinions because, and I am so glad that there are some individuals out there that kind of still play. If you're a newcomer that's out there watching, just have fun. You'll have a good time. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
My old life is dead to me.